What's up guys, and welcome to this new video on the Wind Lounge YouTube channel. Today I will be talking about our little foil rake shim box and what it does. Basically the situation is like this: you have your foil mast, you have your foil board, and your mast always has a certain base angle to your board. This is predicated by how your board is built and also a little bit by your mast. You know, every mast is a little bit different from each brand. And to adjust this angle, you have these shims. And the reason why it's important to adjust this angle is because the fuselage and the front wing and the back wing always want to fly in the same angle through the water. And this basically means that if you put a lot of angle in between here, that your board would basically be flying like this, because your foil is still going like this. And if you do it the other way around, it would go like this. And this is why it's so important to have the right angle for your foil board, because if that angle is wrong, it messes up your whole trim basically. And then, you know, there's a couple of things that can happen. For example, when you touch down, you touch the water with your board, then if you have too little rake, you can get stuck and you catapult. You may know that feeling. And if you have way too much rake, for example, it may be hard to take off, because you want to have the planing area of the board when you take off, of course, at the right angle so that it goes smooth over the water. And yeah, there are a few things that you can know. For example, when it's really choppy and wavy, a little bit more angle can make it easier because of the touchdown situation. When it's really flat, you know, you don't require so much angle because you might not touch down so much. And in general, it's going to be a bit easier to sail. Yeah, but that's basically what you need rake shims for. And yeah, rake shims came a long way. In the beginning, they were like little square things. We still have them also in the shop. I'll also link them down in the video description. But the problem with them is that the pressure point on the mast and the foil box is very punctual. And with these longer rake shims, which is basically the up-to-date rake shim version, the newest kind of innovation thing, you can call it, you have a very good and even distribution of the pressure. And you basically just put the shim in here and you put your mast on top, and that's it. Like, there is nothing else that you do. The only thing that you need to find out for your certain type of equipment is how much angle do you need. And as a reference, I can tell you most pros use between 3 and 4 degrees of rake. And you can measure this with a little angle meter or your phone, for example. And yeah, then you get an idea. Even if it's not so accurate, you're going to get an idea. If it, for example, shows 3 degrees, you know, okay, if I get stuck in the touchdown, maybe I need half a degree more. And then you start working with these shims, put them in, measure again, and then you go out. And then, really important, once you find a nice setup for a certain type of conditions, you make a note maybe in your phone so you don't forget what works or what worked in which conditions. And then you're basically ready to go. And regarding these shims, they come in 2 versions, the Pro and the standard version. And the Pro one is with a little bit more stronger material. So if you're using a race foil, for example, where it's a lot of pressure and force, we recommend that because they don't get squeezed, which is something, as I said, you know, that sometimes happens to these shims. And if you're a free ride foiler, you know, you can totally go for the standard version. It's also a bit cheaper, of course. Yeah, I would say that's it. Everything is linked down in the video description. Check it out in our surf shop. We 3D print all of this ourselves. And if you have any questions, hit us up. And I would say, see you the next time. Bye-bye.